Hello, my people. This, as you know, is the Soul Warrior D1 coming at you just straight out off the top of my head. I just had something to air out. Now, mind you, this is not crying or whatever else, or this is not me just trying to be like some typical crybaby or a hole, but it's just a big question. I was up there just, you know, mowing my lawn, all right? And I'm using a mechanical one that is not electrical or gas or whatever else. And then basically, I was just trying to go ahead and get ahead of this because I know that I'm going to have a trying week this week. But what really struck me was while I was trying to go ahead and do this, one of the screws fell out and it just became a bit of a habit or became a job at that point in time. And I really started to get upset. And what came to mind was this. In life, I realized, and I know this was a stupid lawnmower thing. I fixed it and I was able to finish my lawn. But in life in general, when you try to go ahead and do the right thing, all powers that be need to come out of the woodwork. Even people who have no extreme interest or very little interest in the situation that you're in at that point in time just feels like they need to go ahead and make themselves available to go ahead and voice their opinions on what is right and wrong about the situation. Let me explain. Like, for an example, if you make it upon yourself to go ahead and eat right and exercise, right? Then you have this vision and everything like that. But then all of a sudden you will have people that come out of nowhere and just feel like they need to go ahead and voice their opinion on how you do that. But what's funny about that is this. Most of the people that say this, they're usually out of shape and lackluster or fail to do it themselves. I will give you another example. You have this idea for a particular business or something like that. But then all of a sudden, the people around you or people that know you or whatever else just need to come out of nowhere to say how bad the idea is or basically how messed up it is. The sad part about all this stuff, when stuff like this happens, is that sometimes you can have people who are close to you or people that know you will go ahead and inject their feelings about you as a person sometimes. And the thing of it is, you have to ensure that you keep within your heart to remember to know who you are, regardless of what's going on. I think really what really upsets me at times is that you could sit around and really do nothing. And you can even be judged for that. But yet and still, the moment that you go ahead and move the finger to go ahead and do something, opposition just comes out of nowhere and make it their business to go ahead and just feel like they go ahead and implement their opinions or situations about this. I don't know why this is bothering me so much right now because this year or this week in general, I turned 42. And so I'm guessing I was trying to figure out what makes people in certain ways, which I posted one earlier about that Catch Me Outside girl who's turned into a millionaire at the age of, I guess she's 16 or 17 at this point in time. What I don't understand is that people like that will come out of the box and just go ahead and have the riches or whatever else. And in a certain way, I'm still struggling. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying struggling in a way of, I don't have a roof over my head or whatever else. It's just trying to figure out what is my real purpose in life, or is the dreams that I'm basically chasing in my imagination, is it worth it? You know what I mean? God put things in my heart for me to go ahead and go for, but for some reason, sometimes I don't always go for that stuff. Maybe it's the thing of just being heard just being told over and over again that that you're this type of person, that you're a beta male, that you're basically passive aggressive, or you're basically not a person that charges out like A, B, or C. What's funny about that is when people go ahead and put labels on you, sometimes subconsciously you go ahead and follow those particular labels and become this particular person that somebody not well meaning, or not, I guess well meaning, or even not well meaning, go ahead and put upon you, and then you believe it. I think that's where the struggle comes in. Sometimes I believe that I know and that I am better than what I am at this point in time or this stage in my life. But then when I sometimes even try to go beyond that, it's like some type of thing just needs to come into play and voice its opinion and basically go ahead and say that you're not worthy of it. And then you believe that. And then you just go ahead and second guess yourself over and over again. But I guess the thing of it is that people who are successful are even able to weed through that type of stuff and still be able to go on top with things and prevail regardless of what's going on. I think the problem with people looking at successful people is believing that these people have no problems whatsoever. The problem is that they do have these problems all the time, but yet and still they don't care. They just keep going. And I think that's what I need to develop even more. I need to know to keep going regardless of what voices that are either in my head or what society tries to put on me, or basically what some people would like to go ahead and inject in my system because they feel in their heart and mind that they can't go for the things that is hollering at them at night or in the daytime, or when they're doing things when they're that is not productive, when they should be going on and doing things that are productive for them. I think sometimes we see other people's lives and goals and riches and everything, and we sometimes get jealous of it. Jealous because we don't understand how a person can go on and just go ahead and reach that pinnacle, even though there are crabs all over, because crabs, that's what they do. Crabs, if you put them all in a bucket or whatever else, they'll crowd down at the bottom of a bucket. If one tries to go ahead and reach for the top to escape, somebody will pull it down. One other crab will pull it down. And then the thing of it is, if they continue to do it, then a group of them will go ahead and kill that one. This is life in general. And even though that we as people are supposed to be even more advanced than these primitive animals or whatever else or things that we call, we're just as dumb. So the thing is this. I don't know. I guess I'm setting out a declaration of airing this out because I just want to help remind myself and even other people that opposition just comes no matter what. It just comes whether you're willing to do something about it or not. And my whole deal is I'm tired of living my life in my head as mediocre or whatever else. Do not get me wrong. Do not get me wrong. I know I am blessed beyond all means. I have a beautiful wife, beautiful kids, and everything like that. And I know that a lot of people, a lot of guys wish they would be in my position. It's not that I am not thankful for that. What I am wanting is just more out of life in general. I know there are different things in my life that I need to be doing and everything, but for some reason, I just let the opposition of the things in my head or even the outside to go ahead and switch that up. My goal is to go ahead and learn even more discipline. The discipline that I even have for the gym, to let it spill out for in the other areas of my life. That is my rant for today. You guys have a good day.